Good afternoon. Hi everyone! Welcome back to Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright! How are we all? I hope everyone's doing good! Yay! We are still in the witch trial! Defending Espella Cantabella. And it's getting good. It's getting good. We got Professor Layton and Luke as also our assistants. We got 3 assistants doing as well as I can. I feel that. Well, so much for a fun evening at home. The knights came and crashed our party. They were shouting all about a witch and a witch trial? Talk about it coming out of left field. They arrested Espella and dragged her to the courthouse under suspicion of being one of those witches they mentioned. And if she's found guilty, oh, you know, they'll only throw her into a pit of fire. They're joking, right? It would seem that the concept of logic does not exist in this world. Right, let's take this chance to knock the case down a peg or two. I'm worried if we keep this up, we'll all be joining Espella in a one-way trip to the flames. They fail and they all get thrown into the pit. Objection. Oh, hello, Barnum. Okay. Most intriguing. A knight allows his sword to speak for him during battle. You have spoken with a sword of words. So be it. I, too, shall wield such a blade. What do you mean? Sir Blue Knight, there appears to be a hole in this logic of yours. Not a hole. A hole? According to the earlier testimony, it was believed the accused had the lantern hanging from her wrist by the handle. However, she supposedly dropped it, hence it being covered in mud. That's right. While that may be true, isn't that just the way it always turns out, sitting quietly at home and knights bust in and arrest your best friend? Yeah, I hate when that happens. All the time. It happened earlier today to me. While that may be true, it does not necessarily mean the accused was therefore unable to use magic. It is merely a question of when she dropped the witch's scepter. What do you mean, Inquisitor Barnum? It is very simple, my lord. The accused, while first holding the lantern and the witch's scepter, cast her magic. Then, she dropped both the lantern and the scepter. Oh, of course. That's fair. That's a fair argument. Ah. The witch's scepter was dropped after the spell was cast. Of course, yes, that must be it. What say you, Sir Blue Knight? That is but a taste of the knightly knowledge of the Inquisition. Wow, Sir Barnum cut through that baker's witchery like a hot knife through butter. Exemplary! I expected nothing less from the hand of Barnum. Oh, to be able to shake that powerful hand someday. Okay. That Inquisitor isn't quite what he first appeared. Yeah, sure seems that way. Just a moment ago, it seemed like he never even heard of a logical debate. Now he's suddenly using it against us. How dare he put up a challenge? This guy is no joke, that's for sure. Now then, most honorable witnesses, I ask that you lend us your aid once more. I request that you all testify to the court once more. I just said this. Tell us which occurred first, the dropping of the lantern or the casting of the spell. Witnesses, you may begin your testimonies. Well, if we're going off the cutscene, I'm pretty sure she dropped the lantern first and then said the spell. But obviously we can't use the opening cutscene as evidence, can we? Tell this court in your own words about the sequence of events which transpired tonight. Such is the way of the word. About the sequence of events. Of course, the lantern fell to the ground after the incantation of Ignace. Sploosh. Sploosh.
I'm as sure as Snowy is white. I made certain to keep my eyes peeled on that milk bucket after all.
I don't want to hear from her, she's blind.
Besides, how can you be sure the lantern fell just because it has a little mud on it?
Girl. These eyes do not lie. I saw the lantern in the accused's hand when the incantation was uttered. Figures. Their testimonies are all over the place now. These 4 testimonies, they are most interesting. The witnesses all saw the same thing, and yet people's memories are evidently quite fickle. They can never be a truly reliable source.
Well then, Professor, with enough poking and prodding, I bet we can really cause their testimonies to crumble.
Of course, we need to exploit their fickle memories to turn this thing around.
We've got this, Nick. We'll press them so hard they won't even remember what they had for breakfast.
Maya. Never change. I can't even remember what I had for breakfast. Now, Sir Baker, you may begin your interrogation. Alright. Let's press everyone.
Hold it.
The lantern fell after the incantation. Are you positive about that? I mean, I feel like his is the most important one. I say I am positively positive that I am positive. I heard her voice, and then sploosh. That sploosh, was that the sound of the lantern hitting the ground? Indeed, but of course. Do you see? But if you look at the lantern, you'll notice that the glass is shattered. You specifically said you heard a sploosh. Shouldn't you have heard the sound of the glass shattering when it hit the ground? The sound of the glass shattering? No, I'm afraid I failed to catch your drift. But... What? She did the Great Ace Attorney thing. That's not a mechanic this game has introduced yet. She did the... What? What am I supposed to do? there's no looking at... I was present in the area, a bit farther away from the crime scene, you see. I have no recollection of hearing such a sound. No recollection? Precisely so. I'll have you know, I can easily hear a dog barking across town. Do not underestimate my hearing. I wasn't. Relax, Grandpa. There is nothing of interest in this testimony. Will the witness with the goat please proceed with her testimony? What?
Oh, right. You mean us. You startled us, didn't he, Snowy?
Ugh. They did it. What am I supposed to do? We'll come back. We'll come back. We'll find. Maybe I just press her here. But earlier, you stated that Miss Cantabella had the lantern hanging from her wrist.
Well, not quite. We didn't say for certain. We only believed it was on her wrist.
Believed?
Yes, precisely. I know how you sniff milk when you're not quite sure if it's gone bad. And then your nose is assaulted by that foul odor that you weren't expecting. It's a bit like that.
Heed my words, madam. Do not make a habit of stealing for your own safety. Let us hear from our local barber, Miles Edgeworth.
We said we're sorry. Please, it was all Snowy's fault.
Oh, brother.
Anyway, we can confidently say that we both saw the milk bucket, right, Precious? And as for the lantern falling, we don't know much about that, do we now, Schnookums?
Okay. Oops. Well, let's just press through the testimony.
Hold it!
For now. We'll come back and figure it out. What do you mean?
Well, maybe the mud was already on the lantern before any of this happened. Do you ever think of that?
But isn't the glass shattered too? The glass is broken, yeah. Before any of this happened?
Like, maybe it's been there since last week. It did rain last week too, after all. And if that's the case, then there really isn't any point arguing about whether or not she dropped the lantern, right?
Girl? Indeed. What say you, defender? I say take a closer look at the lantern. You'll notice there's mud on the glass.
Mud on the glass?
The lantern wouldn't be very useful with all that mud blocking out the light. Miss Kira, I'd say your little theory regarding this lantern is muddy at best. I could point at witnesses till the cows come home. But that wouldn't turn this testimony into anything I can use. I've got to find a lead somewhere. These eyes do not lie. I saw the lantern in the accused's hands when the incantation was uttered. This is important. Are you sure you really saw that lantern? You are but a petty beggar, are you not? It is not your place to be telling me what is important. There is but one thing of importance, ridding this town of its witches as quickly as possible.
Objection!
Hardly. I'd say this is far more important. What? We're trying to find out the truth here. How absurd! That girl is a witch, I say, a witch! I would stake my entrance into the Knights of the Inquisition on it. Okay. Bet. Listen well, whelp. Whelp! Oh my god. Barnum got serious. Yes, Sir Barnum. Many young men within the ranks of the knighthood share your level of passion. However, you let your ambition completely blind you. The same way that a muddy lantern leaves one blind and helpless in the dark. Damn! Damn, Barnum. This guy. Yes, indeed. I would say he's quite the tough motivator.
What do you think, Nick? Did you notice anything fishy?
Yeah, I noticed the thing I couldn't do. Yeah, possibly. I think there may be something I can use. Okay, are we gonna get our new mechanic or something? The Grade Ace Attorney mechanic?
Really? Wow, I didn't hear anything special.
There was definitely something out of place about that one witness's testimony. Yes! Thank goodness. I was worried. It was something I haven't noticed from any of the other witnesses so far. It appears you may have found something, Mr. Wright. A 4-witness cross-examination. This is something I've never done before. But then, maybe there's another way I should be tackling this? I believe it is worth trusting that intuition, Mr. Wright. Okay, got it. You can definitely see some of the seeds they planted that would eventually sprout into the Grade Ace Attorney here. Oh yeah, absolutely. Alright, Let's try pressing that old man one more time. Cool, 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 cool. Perfect. Lantern fell to the ground after the incantation.
Hold it!
The lantern fell. Yeah, we did all this. Let's get back to when she does the exclamation point thingy. The sound of glass shattering? No, I'm afraid I failed to catch your drift. There it is! There's still no button.
Hold it!
There we go, okay. He just did it for me. There it is, right there. I knew I heard something strange.
Huh? But old Greatbeard didn't say anything weird.
Maya, it's not the old guy that said something weird.
It's Maddie.
It's the person next to him.
Next to him? Oh, look there, Professor. The goat lady. She looks really deep in thought.
It would seem she has noticed something odd in this elderly gentleman's testimony.
Ah! That's right! These cross-examinations have 4 witnesses. Hey, Nick, it looks like we're not the only ones paying attention to these testimonies.
You're right, which means if they're all listening to each other's testimonies... Correct, Mr. Wright. Each witness is fully aware of themselves and their own actions when in the middle of their own testimonies. However, it is while listening to the testimonies of others that the witnesses may sometimes reveal the most valuable information. I see. It's habitual. They can't tell they're doing it, but I can. And I'm going to use it to turn the tide back in our favor. In fact, I do believe I may have spotted our first opening to test this new technique. Mr. Wright, could I draw your attention to the touchscreen? Layton, what the hell is a touchscreen? The touchscreen? Oh, cute! That's fun. Cute, cute, cute. Sliding the magnifying glass during a witness's testimony will allow you to shift your focus across to another witness. Right, so the important thing here isn't that the witness that's in mid testimony. It's the other 3 witnesses listening. It's just a matter of catching them off guard and questioning them.
What are you waiting for, Nick? Let's give it a shot. How about we try questioning the goat lady next to old Greybeard?
Okay, all I have to do is slide the magnifying glass over to that witness. No, I'm afraid I failed to catch your drift.
Woo!
How cute! Oh, this is adorable. Is there anyone suspicious? Cute. Oh.
Hang on!
Hang on! New soundbite! Hang on is cute. Hang on. I don't know which I like better. I don't know if I like "excuse me" or "hang on" better. But that's cute. Excuse me, Miss Mary?
Oh! Do you mean us? But Snowy and I have nothing else left to say.
I knew it. I caught her completely by surprise. Mr. Wordsmith just gave his testimony. He told us all about the sound he heard when the lantern fell to the ground. Mr. Wordsmith didn't seem too sure, but I wonder if you might happen to have something to say about this.
Oh, well, that's... Is that all right, Sir Barnum? May we answer the question?
No! He's like, I really want to say no! Do what you will, madam. There is no need for formalities. Huh?
Well, we'll try and explain, won't we, Snowy? The truth is we did hear something. That is to say, we heard the sound of the lantern's glass shattering. We're sure of it. It was frighteningly loud. It quite startled us, didn't it, Snowy dear? I looked in the direction of the sound, but I couldn't see anything, let alone the girl or those two thieves. It was a tad dark, after all.
When the glass shattered, the flame inside must have gone out. Hence she could not see them. That seems to be the gist of it.
But then, as I peered into the darkness, I heard it.
Well, if you could personalize your own hang-on interjection, what would it be? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
But then, as I peered into the darkness, I heard it.
You heard it? What did you hear exactly?
You know, that! I heard the incantation for the spell Ignace.
What did you just say? No. Now hold it right there, witness. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. So it was after she dropped the lantern, which is what that testimony was supposed to be about, witness. This whole testimony was supposed to be about, did she say the incantation before or after she dropped the lantern? And you knew this whole time it was after she dropped the lantern. Rah!
Yes, my lord.
The glass shattered when the lantern fell. Then after that you heard the incantation for the spell Ignace. Do you swear to this court that this is without a doubt correct?
Yes, maybe, I think.
How about my testimony out of my oratorical observation? That blasted spell Ignace occurred first, then the lantern plummeted to the ground. Huh. So was it said twice? Naturally, I would probably say, sorry, did you say something? But that is a little long.
I heard no such thing. There was no sound of shattering glass.
Why does everyone have different recollections? Absurd! Simply absurd! So the lantern fell and the glass shattered. That does not change the very fact that this girl is a witch!
Objection!
I hate to disappoint you, but that's not quite the case. In fact, this testimony changes things a lot. Wouldn't you agree, Inquisitor Barnum? What is the meaning of this? Let's go over what we know so far. In order for a witch to use any magic, they must be holding a witch's scepter. And yet, none of the four witnesses saw the defendant holding a scepter of any kind. That's because the scepter was made to disappear with the smell demure, correct? At the time of the crime, the two victims grabbed Miss Cantabella's arm, causing her to drop the lantern onto the ground. If at that time she was in fact holding an invisible scepter, then the scepter must have fallen when she dropped the lantern. Now, let's say hypothetically that Miss Cantabella really is a witch. In order to use any magic, she would have to recite the spell before dropping the scepter. However, as our witness Miss Mary has just stated in her testimony, she heard the incantation for Ignace after hearing the spell's glass shatter. What? Ooh. It's the eyes. You do all understand what that means, don't you? It means that Miss Cantabella, the supposed witch you've locked up, could not possibly have cast any magic. Therefore, the defendant, Espella Cantabella, is clearly in no way, shape, or form a witch. Boom. What? Such frivolity. Do you realize what you're insinuating? Do you really think she's not a witch?
Such nonsense. Did you even listen to the testimony? We did, but you're wrong. There was no glass shattering. Are you calling me a liar, Missy? You couldn't even see the mud on the lantern when it was plain as day.
What ridiculous claims, all of you.
Oh, hush. Take your little toy sword and go back to playing pretend, Sir Knight.
Witness, this is a court of law, not a playground. Must I remind you of the importance of these proceedings? Witches and their magic threaten our fair town of Labyrinthia. Your words here today could decide the fate of every single citizen within our walls. Do you understand? Ooh. He got real serious. As such, I expect each of you to take your role seriously and testify honestly about what you saw. Hell yeah, brother. You tell him. In all my days as judge of this court, I have never seen such behavior. Behavior that leaves a cloud of doubt over the credibility of each of your testimonies. Indeed, my lord, quite a miserable set of witnesses this lot. Damn! I see. It would appear this trial has come to a sudden halt. Huh? So that must mean... Quite right. It means you have won this trial, Mr. Wright. Have I? That feels too easy. We've won? I can hardly believe the situation we have found ourselves in. I did not anticipate this trial ending with such a strange turn of events. But due to these witnesses' dubious credibility, I see no reason to continue. What say you, Inquisitor Barnum? Yeah, what say you? What say you? As you wish, my lord. Oh. Okay. Almost as if they've never been challenged on whether someone was a witch before. Fancy that. What's going on?
They're actually going to let this witch run free through the town?
Curses! If it wasn't for that witch and her friends. Why are you cheering for him? He agreed! Why are you... If you're angry... What? Oh, come on. Who was it? What? Who are you?
Second, this trial ain't even close to being over.
Who's this guy? Some guy is his name.
Not before I take the stand to testify.
What?
is this buffoon?
Buffoon! Oh,
Behold! Who am I, you ask? Who am I? Why,
he's drunk.
I'm the man that's gonna single-handedly save this trial. I'm the fifth witness.
I'm the fifth witness. What is happening?
Say what?
What?
Even Barnum didn't see this one coming.
Brother, so I thought this trial was going down the drain before I got here. Okay, you lot assemble. With a strategy meeting ASAP. What? Okay, this guy did it. He's the witch. He's the killer. I don't know what you want from me. Some guy. I say, who are you?
Thank goodness you showed up. What did... We can't give up now, everyone. You got to give up.
No, no. No, you guys are done. All of you have no credibility. Sure, if the new guy wants to talk, let him talk. I don't want to hear from the four of you. You all committed perjury, you're all not credible, like, just chill out. It has come down to this. To arms, everyone, we shall do battle against that baker and that hat seller. I can't believe this. What the heck is going on? It is not grape juice this time. Truly fascinating. It seems a new witness has taken the stand. What's more, he appears to be quite the formidable witness. Is he? Is he? Why do you say so? What is happening? Well, I guess this trial is far from over. To be continued. We're continuing now. We're still going. It's only been 40 minutes. Yeah, we're still going.
Yes.
Well then, we will now continue with the trial of Espella Cantabella. Oh boy. A group of witnesses huddling up before a joint testimony in a witch trial. You can't make this stuff up. Inquisitor Barnum, if I may ask you a question. Yes, my lord. We now have 5 witnesses on the stand, so I must ask. Why was this obnoxious-looking man left out of your initial group of witnesses? Did Barnum even know? He looked genuinely surprised this guy showed up. He's clearly drunk, like... He's clearly unreliable. Baldy's right, Barnum, that's just cold-blooded. There is but one reason, my lord. I did not know this witness even existed. So he's... Get him out of here! He does not have to... You, sir, failed to come forward. When we were asking for witnesses for this very trial, you were nowhere to be seen. Exactly. What scores do I hear people about it? Oh, I ain't usually around at night, except for maybe at Rogue's Tavern. Rogue's Tavern, you say? So, you're basically telling us that you were up all night drinking. Anyway, it's all water under the bridge now, so far as I'm concerned, just leave the rest to yours truly. During the last interrogation, the defender brought forth some surprising proof. Namely, that there was little possibility the accused could have used magic. I have never heard such a claim. It must be the doing of this logic. What is this logic? What rubbish? Logic, you say? I ain't got a clue what that is. But I do know this bread bacon baker ought to head back to the bakery. Eloquently said. Oi, Gramps, give me and my partners over here a chance to speak. Didn't you just do a huddle? You want to know how this witch might— oh, you mean the testimony, okay. I thought he was asking for them to huddle up again. You want to know how this witch managed to be holding that scepter, don't ya? Just throw this guy out, Judge. Oh, well, when you say Gramps, you wouldn't mean me, would you? I fail to see anyone else meeting such a description.
We'll show you she's a witch.
It sounds like you're all biased. It sounds like you all have bias here,
I bet Snowy's beautiful white coat on it.
On guard! Team, let's do this. Witnesses. Brother. I think it might be Rouge. Oh, Rouge. Yes. Yeah, I don't know why I misread that. I think my brain swapped the G and the U. Yes, well, let us proceed with the testimony. Why do I feel like I've totally lost control of this situation?
The mystery of the witch's scepter. It's clear as day. Espella is a witch.
Did you do that animation before? She must have, and I just never noticed. What the heck was that?
It's clear as day. Espella is a witch. We are not backing down on this, okay?
When she dropped the lantern, the scepter was not yet in her hands.
The scepter must have been hidden by magic and carried on her back.
The rogues grabbed her by the hand that held the lantern, so she must have had another way of holding that scepter. Let's see, say the girl just put the bucket down on the ground and picked up the witch's magic stick. What? But, oh, hold on, let me. But didn't Mary say she took it from her hand or something? Or am I misremembering? I swear she said she took it from her hand. So, she had the witch's scepter behind her back. She then dropped the lantern and reached for the scepter after it fell. If that is the case, then it must have been possible for the accused to have used magic. No! This is bad. Thanks to this guy, now all the witnesses seem extra determined to pin this thing on Espella. They each harbor a shared anger towards witches and magic. Such is the cause of their strong desire to see a guilty verdict passed as quickly as possible. However, such confidence is undoubtedly bound to cloud their better judgment and thinking. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think these guys mean any real harm, but... they're all riled up. They don't even realize how distorted their idea of what happened tonight has become. At least that's how it seems.
This isn't good, Professor. The witnesses aren't thinking straight. They're completely blind to the truth.
Sir Baker, rather, Sir Wright. Wow.
Thanks for using my name.
Yes? Sir Wright.
Am I a knight?
You do not appear to be a mere simple baker, that much is clear. On the other hand, you are no ordinary defender either. And you wear stupid clothes and have stupid hair. Never before has a defender managed to clash and do battle with me here on this battlefield as an equal. That's a bad thing. That's very bad. Sir Blue Knight, this trial has not yet been decided. If there is any doubt in your interrogation, I will not hesitate to strike your case down where it stands. I understand. Defender, please begin your interrogation. Yeah, okay. Why did she eat did she eat the flower before? Spell is the witch, we're not- let's get to the new guy. The new guy said dumb stuff.
Hold it!
She put the milk bucket down. Well, that's right. Reckon if she did that, she'd have no problem holding that thing.
Objection!
But none of the other witnesses have said anything about seeing her put the bucket on the ground, because she didn't do that. Oh, but no one said anything about not seeing her put the bucket down either. Well... uh-huh.
Hang on!
Excuse me, Miss Mary. I think this is a new animation from her. She wants to get rid of those flowers by any means necessary.
Oh, you mean Snowy and me?
Tell me, what do you think of the witness's testimony just now? The accused placed the bucket on the ground. No one has said anything about this until now.
Oh, that must be how it happened. The girl probably placed the milk bucket on the ground, yes.
Objection!
Miss Mary, you did not mention anything to that effect in your previous testimony. And yet you clearly stated that the one thing you were specifically focused on more than anything else was the milk bucket. Yeah. Ergo, you should be able to confirm to the court whether or not the bucket really was placed on the ground.
Objection!
Don't shake your head. One's memory is not flawless, Sir Blue Knight. Pay attention to what the witness was saying. The accused probably placed the milk bucket on the ground. There is the possibility such was the case.
Yes, that's right. Isn't it, my little cuddle pumpkin?
I knew it. There's something fishy about her testimony, but... Indeed, it would seem to require a decisive piece of evidence. What, the milk bucket itself? It's the only thing I could think of. If we were to expose the contradictions in these witnesses' testimonies. Yeah, I just have to think of what that could be. Let's try that. Let's save real quick, just because. Just a panic save. As I do.
Which is cold.
Oh, no. Alright, let's get back to... I'm guessing the milk bucket?
Objection!
Okay. Okay, good. I'm afraid what really happened is not quite so simple. Whoa. What you talking about? It only just stopped raining moments before the crime took place. As a result, the ground was very muddy. Oh, yeah. If Miss Cantabella really placed this bucket on the ground like you claim she did, then it should be caked with mud, just like the lantern was after it fell. Yes. Well, I'd say that clears up your muddy testimony, wouldn't you? Well, hey, Barnum. What? You just gotta sit there looking pretty. Come on, give me a hand here. Let him sit there and look pretty all he wants. He is pretty. Flattery will get you nowhere, witness. Other than perhaps to the dungeon. That's awesome. Flirt with me some more and you're going to the dungeon. At any rate, there is but one question we ought to ask. Why is there no mud on that bucket? Because she didn't put it down. To the witness with the goat, may I ask you a question?
Oh, are you talking to us?
Indeed, you admitted to the court that you returned home with the milk bucket. Illegally, I must add.
My, such harsh words, Inquisitor.
When you took the bucket home, you must have simply wiped the mud from the bucket. Is that correct? That's objection, Your Honor? Leading the witness? Objection? The prosecution's leading the witness?
You know, now that you mention it...
No way, don't tell me.
That milk bucket. Oh, that's right, I remember now. I don't know if it was on the... what was on the bucket was mud exactly, but it certainly was dirty. Before taking it inside with me, I remember wiping it clean with an old rag.
Are you kidding me? Exceptional work, Inquisitor Barnum.
Right. It all makes perfect sense. See, we were right all along, weren't we, Inquisitor Barnum?
I knew that, so what, just for show, Barnum? You sliced his argument in two.
Objection!
Witness? Miss Mary?
What is it?
You're absolutely sure there was mud stuck to this milk bucket. Actually, she did not say that. She said there was something on the bucket, not necessarily mud.
Oh, well, truth be told, I don't remember whether it was mud exactly. But I do remember cleaning the bucket off when I got home.
What else would have been on it? Okay. When they care little for rules here, what makes you think they'll start now? It's worth a shot. It would seem the defense has failed to disprove the witness's claims. Of that we can be quite certain. Oh, I'll teach you, Bluey. Bluey? You got that right. Why does he still not have a name? Why is his name hidden? You got that right. Do me a favour, will you, Grumps? I won't change me testimony just a tiny bit. Okay, I will allow it only if the witness refrains from name-calling in the future. You got it, my lord. Well, all this court mumbo-jumbo has left me thirstier than a dog in a desert. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. I hate that. That witch there was holding the stick. I even heard her say the incantation thingy. That's right, I witnessed it all. The incantation thingy. What, pray?
Hold it!
But no one knows for sure if Miss Cantabella dropped the milk bucket on the ground. Because there's no mud on it, is that what you're saying? Oh, we went over this already. We know the goat lady wiped off all the mud.
Objection!
However, Miss Mary doesn't clearly remember whether or not it was mud that was stuck on the bucket.
We really don't remember, but maybe. I guess maybe there was mud on it.
Drinking ASMR.
I mean, she couldn't hold the scepter without putting the bucket on the ground.
Miss Mary, please give a definitive answer. Well done, Bluey. Talk all you want, 'cause it ain't gonna help, you see. Oh. The 5 of us.
I say.
We saw what that witch went and did. We saw it as clear as day. No. No. Well, clearly she didn't see nothing. What is he doing? I hate that. I don't like how he moves.
Hang on.
Hang on. Excuse me, mister? Earthdegramps? Defender, when you say Gramps, might you by any chance be referring to me? No. No, of course not, Your Honor. Mr. Wordsmith, are you listening? I heard you quite clearly the first time, young man. Okay, then respond. These ears hear all. The crackling of the fire, the whispering of the crowd, and now your voice. If that's the case, then allow me to ask you a question. You were clearly deep in thought just now. Do you have something to say about this man's testimony? I don't remember him being there. Indeed so, I felt something was amiss. However, what that means I cannot say. Amiss? Witness, could you tell us? What precisely was amiss with this third-rate testimony from this third-rate witness? Barnum hates this guy. What a burn, Barnum. 5 heads are better than 1, 10 eyeballs are better than 2. As I listened to this man's testimony, I could not help but become aware of something most odd. Tonight, when the crime occurred, we all made haste to the terrible scene. The delicious scent of mid-evening dinner permeated through the air, the shadows of those present cast through the dim light. And yet there were but 4 figures standing in the vicinity, myself included. Okay, so somebody was using the Demir spell. 4? Hold on one second. Wait. You're saying there were only 4 witnesses at the crime scene tonight? Or causes anything the caster touches to vanish from sight. Simply chant a mirror to make it reappear. Surely that could work on a person. Like, they could touch themselves. That's my theory. These eyes may be old, but they know what they saw. I do not think anyone likes that guy. Is something the matter, Miss Mary?
No, it's just that Snowy and I are trying to remember what happened at that time. I remember the flames erupting into the air. That's when Snowy and I made our mad dash to save the precious milk. And when those 2 ruffians were set ablaze, the flame filled the area with light. In that sudden flash of light, we could see that there were other people around besides ourselves. And that's when I saw them, the other people that scrambled to the scene along with us. I'm quite sure of it. There were only 4 of us there at the scene of the crime. Oh, so one of you is lying!
Objection!
Hold it, madam. What in blazes is going on? We have 5 witnesses on the stand, all claiming to have witnessed tonight's events firsthand. Is it the guy who just appeared out of nowhere and is clearly just making crap up? The one who said there was 5 witnesses? That means we have 1 witness too many. Good job, Barnum. You can count. I'm proud of you. Don't be stupid. Or you lot better stop speaking out of turn. I wonder if it's the suspicious guy here. Not for one and one for, remember? We all promised to take this witch down together, didn't we?
It's not quite that simple. We saw what we saw.
Well, I say it's all about the numbers. And I counted, I say. The smell of mid-evening dinner or the smell of burning flesh? I'll have you know my counting is flawless. On nights when sleep eludes me, I can count sheep from moonrise to sunrise. There is but one answer to this puzzle. A single possibility. Oh shoot. Why'd my thing cut out? I just watched my stream cut out for a second. That was weird. I don't think anything got missed though, so we're good. What do you mean? It cut out, but it's back now. Yeah, that was strange. Without a doubt, magic must have been used at the scene of the crime. Furthermore, it would indeed appear that there were only 4 witnesses present at the scene. And yet, currently, we are faced with 5 witnesses testifying to the court. And that certainly is quite a fatal contradiction, with only one possible answer. Would you not agree, Mr. Wright? I think this calls for a puzzle. The answer... it can't be.
One of them's lying!
Well, out with the supposed answer, Sir Blue Knight. What is your explanation for the current number of witnesses? One of them's a witch. I didn't mean to click it. I forgot that tapping on it would just make me say it. But one of them's definitely a witch, yeah. That's where we're going with this. While it might seem far-fetched, the reality is actually rather simple. The real witch and the real murderer in this case is actually one of these 5 witnesses. What? Which of you is it? I got my eyes on you, new guy. You're telling us that the witch is amongst this group of witnesses? What utter rubbish! There is no possible way that such a claim could be true. Well, that's right, you got no nerve accusing one of us of being a witch.
I have told you nothing but the truth.
Nope, that's not true.
Yet you still have the gall to bat around such an outrageous accusation.
Behold, behold my trusty shield deflects your petty words like the petty words that they are. Inquisitor Barnum. Yes, my lord. I would like to see a sketch of the crime scene at the time of the incident. Do you have one in your possession? Yes, certainly, my lord. I have one here. I requested it from the court illustrator just in case. Very well. Witnesses. I would like each of you to mark your location at the time of the murder. Oh my god, are we actually gonna do a puzzle? Here, on this crime scene sketch, quickly now. The number of witnesses doesn't add up. It looks like we're getting somewhere now, but we haven't even scratched the surface of this case yet. And it's all thanks to this top hat wearing gentleman. Don't smile and nod at me, Layton. The court accepts this crime scene sketch into evidence. If one of the witnesses is the witch, that could only mean one thing. Someone here isn't telling the truth. That would indeed appear to be the case, Mr. Wright. Listen well, Sir Blue Knight. The path you tread now is a dangerous one. Claiming that a witch is amongst these most honorable witnesses. You can't just call anybody a witch. That's willy-nilly. There's so much wisdom in those beady eyes. Is a serious accusation, should it prove to be a false one. Oh, really? Oh, was that gonna also go for you, accusing Espella of being a witch? And it turns out to be a false one? Do you have to suffer the consequences of your actions? You will find yourself at the— oh my god! What? Why? Barnum, we were getting along so good, you and I. I was so chill with you. I'm like, man, this guy's actually kind of chill. And now you're threatening me with a sword. It's not even new. That's not even a new thing. You're not even the first prosecutor to threaten me with a sword. You will find yourself at the other end of my sword. Do I make myself clear? But that wasn't so much my suggestion. I mean, the gentleman here with the lovely top hat was the one who urged me to say it. Stab him. Stab that guy. Look at him. He's got a prime stabbable face right there. It is the same thing, Sir Blue Knight. Indeed, it is the same thing, Sir Baker. What? It is the same thing, Mr. Wright. Layton? What? Oh boy. No. Ready your sword. Somebody get this man a sword. Ready? Were you listening? I said I'm going to stab you. You claim the witch is not the accused and that someone else at the crime scene was the true culprit. If what you say is true, then surely you can tell the court exactly what this person was at the time of the crime, can you not? Come now, Sir Blue Knight. Only you can enlighten us as to who this real witch actually is. Sir Doughy Defender, show us where the witch was at the exact moment the murder took place. Oh. Okay, so obviously one of these guys is lying about their position. I'm assuming probably one of these two. But where was the witch? So like where the witch actually was, not which one of them is the witch. The sword of the Asogi clan was never passed down to Phoenix Wright, sadly. Shame. I wonder when these glasses are going to come into play. I'm guessing that the witch was invisible. I feel like this calls for a hint. I don't like using the hint coins, but I feel like this calls for a hint. To narrow down the area. Yes, yes, yes. Oh. Well, that narrowed it down a lot. Somewhere in here, then?
Got it.
The witch must have been standing here.
Objection.
What is the meaning of this? Unfortunately for you, that spot has absolutely nothing to do with any of these witnesses.
Objection.
But that's where my hint coin narrowed it down. Inquisitor Barnum, I suggest you try taking a look at this. Okay, yeah, the spell. The Grand Grimoire? The spellcast area is only a meter radius. Yes! Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. According to this tome, Ignace summons a circle of flame within a 1 meter radius of the caster. In other words, the witch had to have been within 1 meter of the flame when casting the spell.
Objection.
Of course, you needn't say any more, Sir Blue Knight. First off, notice that there was no one else in the area other than the accused. It should also be quite obvious from the sketch that there is clearly nowhere for anyone to hide.
Objection.
True, there aren't any hiding spots, however. There is one other possibility if a witch wanted to stay hidden from sight. Yes. I figured this out a while ago. Most intriguing. Since you seem to love showing evidence, as I do, prove it. How was the witch able to hide in plain sight? I know this one.
Take that!
This Talia Magica contains 2 magic gems. Ignace and 1 other spell. That's right, the spell Demir. Demir? Oh, it cannot be. That's right. There was most certainly a witch present at the crime scene. Only, they were completely invisible. All thanks to the magic spell Demir. What foolishness is this? Order! Order in the court! Defender, what are you getting at? I thought the witch used Demir to make the Talia Magica disappear.
Objection!
According to the Grand Grimoire, under the entry for Demir, it causes anything the caster touches to vanish from sight. In other words, supposing the witch were holding the staff in one hand while touching a part of their body with the other, they would be able to make themselves disappear. Hell yeah. Are you implying that this is the reason for the conflicting number of witnesses?
One of them is lying.
Indeed it is, which means witnesses. Someone amongst you is not disclosing the entire truth, and that person is the witch we seek. One of you is the imposter. I believe this is most probable scenario.
Thanks for your input, Layton.
Honorable witnesses. Don't call them honorable. Do not. You will testify to the court one final time. Ooh. Final testimony. Tell us exactly what you saw and what you did not see at the scene of the crime. Oh, how absolutely absurd. The purpose of this trial is to convict that girl of the crime, is it not?
That's right. We are not witches.
Witnesses, I ask that you listen. There is a witch mingling amongst you. That's right. I'm afraid you are all no longer brothers in arms. The true opponent here is within your own group. The real witch is one of these 5 witnesses, huh? Fine by me. Time to put an end to this trial. You wish to know where we all were standing tonight? It matters not. Would the flames not burn just the same way?
That flame, I never saw anything like it. It quite literally left me speechless. I couldn't even so much as scream.
I had the tiniest cry, and then when I turned around, the blighters were roasted, so I rushed right over.
I heard the incantation, and the flames suddenly erupted. I'm certain of it. I only saw 3 people there with us.
As I said, there were only 3 others present, like that man there who was stumbling around like a newborn calf. That man? Which man? A most heinous act indeed. No small wonder these witnesses are so confused. A witch amongst the witnesses, what an utterly baseless claim. Imagine accusing poor innocent people of being witches. Who would ever do such a thing? I don't think so, Barnum. The only baseless claim in this case is of Espella being a witch. It's more than a little likely one of these witnesses is the culprit. These testimonies are bound to tell me who the real witch is. Who indeed? Okay, I have some questions. For you, let's go with you first, because I want to know who that man there, which one you're talking about. So including yourself, there were a total of 4 witnesses at the crime scene, correct? That is how it has come to pass. By the way, what do you mean by stumbling around like a newborn calf? Ah yes, that was a man as inebriated as he was loud. Quite the humorous sight it was, I dare say. So you saw, oh, he's been added, some guy. The forgotten 5th witness suddenly barged in and decided to testify. She has glasses on in her profile. Flower girl who usually wears glasses but lost them somewhere. That's cute. That was quite a man as inebriated as he was loud. Quite the humorous sight it was, I dare say. So you saw him. He must mean the witness permanently glued to his cup of whatever it is he's drinking. When I saw the flames rise up into the sky, I wondered to myself, my word, whatever could that be? However, I could not simply walk over to check. My knees were a bit weak from shock, you see. That's when the wobbly-legged gentleman came running over.
Hang on!
Hang on, buddy.
Is something the matter, mister? Mister? Oh! Whoa, tone down the volume, Bluey. That's my line. Sir Blue Knight, next time please think before trying to press this witness. Looks like this guy managed to scare Barnum half to death. Now then, sir, about Mr. Wordsmith's testimony just now. He claimed you were stumbling around. What does he mean by that? I was drunk, idiot. Not going to set the record straight right now, and nowhere was I stumbling around anywhere. I like to think of it more like staggering with style. A responsible adult should know better than to go stumbling around in the dead of night. Hey look, I don't go out stumbling around like some clumsy idiot. I've got more sense than that. But anyway, I'd kind of tripped over a large stone. I mean, you don't exactly see what's on the ground right in front of you when you're running that full pelt, right? So you could say I put my life out on the line, proving that you really need to watch where you're going when you run. How courageous of you. Someone give this guy a medal. My lord, this testimony is a meaningless waste of everyone's time. Well, defender, is there a point to this particular line of questioning? Probably. Is there anything worth pursuing here? What should I do?
Yep.
The witness stated earlier that he tripped over a large stone. Mister, I have one question for you. Why weren't you watching what was in front of you? Well, to be honest with you, it ain't much of a real reason, but something suddenly caught me attention. Out of nowhere, so I heard someone call out me name. What's your name? You heard your name. Of course, I turned around when I heard it. So, does his name sound like one of the— is that why his name's been some guy this whole time? Is his name one of these spells? Of course, I turned around when I heard it. It would it. When a woman calls your name, you pay attention, am I right? Was I right from the very beginning? So, you heard someone call out, "Hey you," from behind, you mean? What? I said they called out my name. Oh my gosh, you know, called "Hey you." Yeah, his name's some guy. Get it right. My name is Emir. Emir. Don't you forget it, Bluey, you hear me? Emir, you know what that sounds like? I must say, this gentleman really does not strike me as an Emir.
You know, Professor, it's not a very memorable name, huh?
That's harsh. Honorable witnesses, is there anyone among you who was aware of this man's name prior to now?
Not at all. He's always just been Mister to me.
A knight's name is only as good as the name of the sword he carries. It is the first I've heard of this. I dare say I did not expect his name to be one such as Amir.
I'm sorry, but I didn't know his name either. I only remember the names of my most loyal customers.
What does it sound like, I wonder? It sounds eerily similar. Okay, it looks like absolutely no one knew this witness's name. Yeah, it ain't really much of a surprise to me either. But seriously, I definitely heard someone call my name. When you get to be my age, really start to wonder when you'll find that true love, you know? Thought that pretty voice tonight might have been me, sweetie. Your Honor, I don't believe we should be so quick to label Mr. Amir's testimony meaningless. Would you not agree? I request that the witness adds this amusing anecdote to his testimony. Okay, Layton, when did you become the attorney? Understood. Witness, amend your testimony, but please reflect only the important points of your story. Oh, I'm telling you, I heard someone call my name and I was looking around trying to find them. I hurried to the scene, but then I ended up tripping when I heard someone call me name from behind.
Hold it!
Excuse me, Amir. Oh, don't sweat, Blowy, Mr. You told so to me. You stated that you heard your name being called from behind. Are you absolutely sure about that? Layton finds this all very amusing. Oh, well, right or wrong, it sure sounded like me name. I mean, what else could it have been? A spell, perchance? I wouldn't have remembered it happening if it hadn't heard something, right? Still. Maybe there's a chance I just imagined it. Oh, but anyway, I remember it came from somewhere from behind me. From somewhere behind you? Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
There's a certain someone who says she was behind you.
So she was here. She does the spell, and then she darts this way and goes, Demir, to make herself reappear. And then he goes, oh! Someone called me name! Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Amir's memory isn't the most accurate, but if what he says is true, then there's definitely something there. Something, you say? Might you mean a contradiction? I mean, yeah, I think so, although I don't know. There's just something strange about his testimony. I don't see any decisive evidence in the court record that can help. Do you mean to say you found a contradiction that cannot be supported by the evidence?
Objection!
There are two sides to that spell. Yeah, you say Demir to disappear and then Demir to reappear. Or Amir. Oh, you say Amir! Yes. You say Amir to reappear. His testimony reminds me of this puzzle here. I was content with Demir sounding like his name. I completely forgot you say Amir. My lord, this line of interrogation is a complete waste of the court's time. Defender, I must warn you, from here on, any unnecessary questioning will be dealt with accordingly. If I don't answer correctly here, it's curtains for the trial and for Espella. If you are intent on finding a fault in this witness's testimony, you will need to present decisive evidence to back up your claims. There's not one single piece of decisive evidence in the court record. What do I do now? Mr. Wright. Mr. Layton. I have an idea. I believe there's a weapon of sorts with which you may be able to expose this contradiction without the need of evidence. A weapon. Now, defender, give us your answer. Yes, Your Honor. The defense finds that the witness's testimony
contains a clear contradiction.
and the judge will hit me with his gavel. Your Honor, the defense believes there was a huge contradiction in the witness's testimony.
Objection!
What is this? You must be an even bigger fool than I thought, Sir Blue Knight. You really do not possess even a sliver of common sense, do you?
Objection!
Objection. I love Layton's theme whenever he objects. It's just a little doo-doo-doo. If I may interrupt for just a moment, Inquisitor Bottom. Allow me to ask you this. What need is there for common sense in a world that forgoes using it? That's beautiful, Layton. Accordingly, I must humbly ask that you discard such a manner of thinking. Whatever do you mean? You have my utmost thanks for placing all trust in me, Mr. Wright. Let us discuss the one remaining weapon in this cross-examination. The remaining weapon? This trial has taught us a valuable new technique to be used in the courtroom, has it not? Yes, the questioning thing, right?
You mean questioning, right, Professor?
Do we really need this recap on questioning? We've done it multiple times now. Indeed it is, Luke. Each of the witnesses in this trial has given their own account of what occurred. It is all very clear. You say Demir to disappear, Amir to appear. This man's name is Amir. There is a puzzle here. Oh dear. Poetry. Each of the witnesses in this trial has given their own account of what occurred. Therefore, whenever one witness has testified, the other remaining witnesses have listened. That gives me an idea. In addition to catching a witness off guard and questioning them about another's testimony, there is one more thing. There's something else we can get from a 5-person cross-examination? Another new mechanic? That's right, of course. Indeed, Mr. Wright, contradictions. I know all about those. Should one witness's testimony differ from another's testimony, then I suppose that in itself can also be considered a contradiction, can it not? Yes, something like a summation examination, perhaps. Testimony contradicting testimony. I never would have thought of that until now. It's crazy. Oh. Enough, Sir Blue Knight. Are you prepared to present to the court evidence proving the contradiction within those witnesses' testimony? Oh, this witness's testimony does not contain something. Summation examination, I'm referring to this puzzle here. It contradicts a testimony. What are you talking about? It is time, Mr. Wright. Have a look at the touchscreen. Thank you, Layton, for teaching me all about the touchscreen. There you will see testimony of the witnesses in question, as well as those of other witnesses. Keep your eyes peeled and identify the contradicting testimony. Cute.
Alright. Let's give this another shot, Nick. And make sure you don't forget to take a look at the court record, too. Yeah.
All these little seeds that have been planted. I hurried to the scene, but then I ended up tripping when I heard someone call me from behind. That flame, I never saw anything like that. It quite literally left me speechless. I couldn't even so much as scream. But she was the one that was behind him. Yes. So she's a liar.
Objection!
Oh! That's so cute! That's cute! The person contradicting this man's testimony is none other than you, Miss Kira. There's no way. I jokingly When this witch trial started, I looked at Kira for 5 seconds. I looked at her name and went, "It's her." As a joke. There's no double point. It was actually her. It's so funny.
Are you both pointing at me?
At the time of the incident, that man heard someone's voice call his name. That voice belonged to you, Miss Kira. It could not have been anyone else. They're so cute! And yet, in your testimony, you stated that you were in such shock during tonight's events that you couldn't even speak. This is a clear contradiction.
Objection.
What is the meaning of this, Defender? What are you guys doing? Why do you guys keep pointing? Can you really claim to trust this sham of a witness and his sham of a testimony?
Objection.
Sure. That man's character is besides the point. His testimony is anything but a sham. As he watched the flames erupt, his attention was drawn to a voice behind him, which in turn made him fall over. He heard a woman's voice calling his name. A very concrete reason, and reason enough to believe his testimony.
Objection.
If it is as you say, then explain how you feel this witness is somehow responsible.
That's right, why me? People barely hear me when I'm out selling my flowers, that's how soft my voice is. And besides, there was another woman at the scene, wasn't there? Me? What are you getting at, young lady? Do you honestly think a woman my age would be out late at night in the forest flirting with questionable men? Besides, I didn't even know this pathetic man's name. How could I have called out to him? Neither did I. And even if I did know his name, do you really think he's the kind of guy any self-respecting girl would want?
Oh my god! Destroy him! Oh my god! Wow! Come on, ladies. I'm standing right here, you know. Oh my god. As I was saying, the only person that guy could have heard from behind him was you, Miss Kira. The defense wishes to present evidence to prove this claim. To accuse a witness like this young lady here, why this is simply unheard of. I must warn you, defender, if you cannot prove your accusation to this court, you will see the underside of my gavel. Show us the evidence proving this young lady was the one who called out to this man at the time of the crime. Because she put herself on the sketch map right behind him?
Take that.
Take a look at this and you'll have your answer. This is the crime scene sketch. You can see the position of each witness during the crime. The only person that he could possibly have heard from behind him was none other than Miss Kira.
Objection.
Listen here, Sir Blue Knight, I will only tell you this one more time. A sham of witness yields only a sham of testimony. That is all there is to it. Yeah, but... Yeah, I mean, like, obviously he'd be untrustworthy, but his testimony's backed up by this guy who said he was stumbling around, and... Did you in fact see this flower girl's face? You know, how you imagine it? Seeing as I've fallen down and all, I would think I saw her face. Okay, but you heard her voice, right? Let me think. Voice came out of nowhere. It was kind of high-pitched. Oh, I guess it kind of sounded like her, but I can't say whether or not it was this girl's voice. And there you have it, Sir Blue Knight. Such a pity. Huh? You almost feel sorry for him here. Almost, yeah. My lord, it is clear that the defense's claim is nothing but a pointless waste of the court's time. I recommend you deliver unto them a penalty befitting such behavior. Brother, what? Indeed, Inquisitor. No, put the gavel down. What? Wait, I was wrong? Ready yourself, Defender. Oh. What's that laughter?
Pardon me, my lord. It looks like you finally arrived at a decision. That means this has nothing to do with me. Isn't that right, Inquisitor Barnum?
Girl, you're acting sus. What are you saying?
I'm saying that it's time for me to stop peddling testimony and get back to peddling flowers. I mean, look at all these flowers left over. It's going to take until sunrise to sell them if I stay here any longer. Or maybe, my lord, you and the rest of the court would be interested in buying my entire stock of flowers to help a girl out?
No, I don't think... I mean...
Then it's settled. Now, if you'll excuse me, my apologies for the interruption.
Understood. The court will dismiss the witness. Well, Miss Kira, it would seem you are beginning to show the court your true colors.
Oh, whatever do you mean? Okay then, everyone. It looks like that's that.
Hold it!
Wait, you can't leave yet. This cross-examination isn't over.
No, that's funny. You say it isn't over, and yet the rest of the court seems to think otherwise. Isn't that right, Inquisitor Barnum? Isn't that right, Inquisitor Barnum?
The Inquisition maintains that the real witch is the accused, Espella Cantabella. She has a witch's name, so she must be the witch. This girl is nothing more than a witness. As such, the court cannot force her to stay against her will. This is bad. They let her walk out now.
Nick, do you think she could be...
The real witch? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I really like throwing around accusations. Don't you, Sir Defender? Let me spell it out for you one last time so even you can understand. I didn't know this man's name at all before today. I still don't remember it. So how could I have called out to him?
Do you get it now? Let me present. Let me present. I know how you can.
Now then, until we meet again, don't forget to buy some flowers on your way home. Everyone.
No. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
Hold it.
Oh, Layton. One moment, please, Miss Kira. Miss Killer.
Is there something else you wanted?
You don't seem to realize what you just let slip.
What are you talking about?
This man testified that he heard his name called at the crime scene. However, you had no knowledge of his name at the time. Is that correct?
That's right. This weirdo is just imagining things. Like I said, I've already forgotten his name, even though he told it to us earlier.
There is just one problem, Miss Kira. Namely, what the voice he heard tonight was actually saying.
Huh?
What do you mean? That's obvious. It was a name, wasn't it? Now, what was that name again? Yeah, if I were her, I would have been like, yeah, I know this man's name. My lord, I'm still here, you know. You're saying that what this man heard tonight wasn't a name, but rather something else entirely? Indeed, I am Inquisitor Barnum. Something else. Aha! There's only one other thing it could be. It's a stretch, but the possibility is there. It's not a stretch. Not a stretch at all. That's right, Mr. Wright. That single possibility is the key to solving this mystery. Is the defense ready to present its evidence to the court? Yes, finally!
This is ridiculous. I demand you let me go this instant.
Oops. Witness, what are you being accused of? What you are being accused of is not to be taken lightly. You will not leave this courtroom so long as any reasonable doubt remains. Thank you, Barnum. We're back on the same page again. Good, good, good. Defender, you may present your evidence. Show the court what the voice this man heard tonight was really saying. Amir.
Take that!
Excuse me, mister. I'm sorry. What's your name again? You've got a name that no one seems to be able to remember for some reason. Right, it's Samir. My name's Samir, darn it. How many times have I got to say it? I already forgot. No matter the number of times you say it, you do not look like an Amir.
Again, I only remember my most loyal customer names. And he doesn't look like he could even afford a single daisy.
Oh my god, she is destroying him. As she should. It's based of her. Come on, guys, stop kicking a guy when he's down. Mr. Amir, what you heard tonight at the crime scene was not your name. Your name just so happens to sound exactly like a certain other name. Another name? Let me just pop up my grimoire. The answer is right here in this tome. I'm talking about Amir. Amir? What he actually heard at the time wasn't his own name. It was the name of a magical incantation. What the? Miss Kira, have you forgotten what you said just a few minutes ago? You quite clearly stated that you didn't know this man's name.
Objection!
Sir Blue Knight, let me get this straight. You're saying that the Amir heard by this witness was actually said by this flower girl? And that it was not his name at all, but rather the incantation of a magic spell? Yeah, nailed it. Cool. Can we go home? The defense proposes the following. The true criminal, the supposed witch, is not the defendant, Miss Espella Cantabella, but instead the witness who was heard uttering the magic incantation, Miss Kira. She's our witch. Kira, the killer. You used magic to vanish from the scene and tried to frame Miss Cantabella instead.
No!
What just happened?
Is Espella really not a witch?
Unbelievable. I've never heard anything like this. Inquisitor Barnum.
Have those two really defeated Inquisitor Barnum?
Objection!
An impressive display, Sir Blue Knight. It would seem you have finally managed to hone your blade. Thank you. I've gotten a little bit of practice. However, I believe the blade's edge is already beginning to dull. Okay. What do you mean? I am referring to a contradiction naturally. Hey, that's my line. My lord, the Inquisition would like to set the record straight regarding what transpired this evening. Very well, Inquisitor Barnum. Sir Blue Knight, you claim the following. At the time of the crime, the accused Espella Cantabella was surrounded by the two rogues. Then, in order to frame the accused as a witch, Miss Kira cast the spell Demir and made herself vanish. She then moved in closer to the victims. At which point she cast Ignace, thus causing the incident seen by our witnesses tonight. Indeed, that does seem to be the claim. The problem was what happened next. There is a contradiction in the defense's account of Miss Kira's movements. Her reappearing, her choosing to reappear, a contradiction in her movements? Is that what he's getting at? Allow me to continue. The witnesses have stated that they each ventured out towards the crime scene. Which is when Miss Kira, the witch, made her way to this point, while still invisible. When she arrived at said spot, she then cast a mirror and reappeared to join the other witnesses. And there you have it. That is accurate, isn't it, Sir Blue Knight? That's correct. Then Mr. Amir heard her call his name. Well, then I have but one question that I would like you to answer. Why would a witch need to do such a thing? That's a good question. Fair argument. Fair argument, Inquisitor. What do you mean? Supposing Miss Kira were a witch, surely she would not have made the conscious decision to reappear when she did. One would imagine she remained hidden and flee the crime scene.
Quite right. That's what I'd do if I was a witch.
She's the witch, get her. Given that point, there would be no viable reason for her to recite the incantation. In other words, it is inconceivable that this flower seller Miss Kira could be a witch. What?
What just happened? Is Kira really not a witch?
Inquisitor Barnum just turned this entire trial right around. Just what I'd expect from Labyrinthia's Sword of Justice. Yep, I was waiting for it. I mean, she talks to ghosts. Oh my god. Your Honor, she's cackling evilly. She's like... At this point, just throw her in the pit for fun. She's cackling evilly. Oh!
Right. You all heard it. It's just as Inquisitor Barnum said.
Oh my god. She is horrifying now. Fiora? Kira's VA is Karina Reeves, Fiora from Xenoblade. Oh!
Me? A witch? The idea is laughable.
Ma'am, you are acting like a witch right now. We'd burn you for less. Not good. She's completely bounced back on her feet. Has she? She's kind of broke.
Oh, we were so close, too. I can't believe it. I can't believe Inquisitor Barnum. Can't he see it? You just have to take one good look at her. It's obvious she's the real witch here.
Remember, Mr. Wright, at times like this, a cool head will prevail. Layton, I've been doing this for years. Why are you my mentor now? Mr. Layton. I'm sure you have had to fight your way out of circumstances such as these many times before. This situation is no different. As a defense attorney, what would you usually do at such a time? What would I usually do? Of course. There's only one thing that can get me out of a situation like this. I've got to flip this case on its head and think outside the box. It would seem the defense has nothing further to add.
Why, of course. That's because everyone knows the truth. They know that girl right there is the real witch. That settles it then. Go ahead and deliver your verdict, my lord.
Objection!
The situation is exactly as you described, Inquisitor Barnum. It really doesn't make much sense for the witch to have used a mirror. I have to do something here. My name and picture are on the box. Regardless, the defense still maintains that Miss Kira did utter that incantation and make herself reappear. Now the question is, for what reason? If she really didn't have to use that spell, then why use it in the first place? If I can find the answer to that question, then this entire case will start to unravel. Most fascinating. Very well. Allow us to hear this theory of yours. Tell the court why it was necessary for the witch to appear at the crime scene. Well, we're still in the game once you eliminate the impossible. Whatever remains must be the truth. Hell yeah! The reason Miss Kira reappeared at the scene of the crime was to become a witness to give herself an alibi to cover up her crime. Oh. Oh, these are all good. Oh no. Okay, So we still have we still have the glasses, and they were put into evidence for a reason, for them being relevant. I have a feeling it's alibi or cover up her crime. I don't think it's to become a witness. I was originally thinking it was alibi, but she didn't really show herself to the other people because they all were saying, oh, we only saw 3 people there. Oh, we only saw 3 people there. So I don't think it's alibi. So that cover up her crime. I could be wrong, but we have full bars, so I can't think of any other possibility. This has to be the answer. Isn't it obvious? She was trying to cover up her own crime. Oh, is that right? Tell me, why would she do that? Well, just give me a minute. I'm getting to that part. Okay, I don't know if this is right. That will not be necessary, Sir Blue Knight. Huh? Think about it. What would she have to hide? If no one could have seen her to begin with.
You heard the good Inquisitor. No matter how you look at it, there'd be no reason for me to reappear. Assuming I was the criminal, that is. But you can't just say, girl, you can't just say that.
I can't argue with her there. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Her sprites are so terrifying now. Pardon the interruption, but that's not necessarily the case. Mr. Layton? Oh my god. It's... Ugh. Kara will be writing a tell-all soon called If I Did It. I was thinking that. That was exactly where my line of thinking went to. Explain yourself, Sir Top Hat. You have stated that Miss Kira had no reason to reappear. However, the situation changed and it became necessary for her to show herself. Isn't that right, Miss Kira?
Huh? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you mean.
With a very small if. It would seem the defense must clarify their argument with evidence. Mr. Wright, I believe that Miss Kira did not intend to reveal herself at the crime scene. Rather, that something occurred which forced this young lady to make herself reappear. What was so important that she had to reappear and risk being spotted? Defender, tell the court why it would have been necessary for the witch to appear at the crime scene. The only thing I can think of is that she didn't lose her glasses a few days ago, but she lost them then, during the crime. So she had to put herself at the scene.
Take that!
It's the only thing I can think of. Miss Kira, you usually wear glasses, is that correct?
Huh?
The freaking flower.
It's like I already told you, I lost my glasses a few days ago.
Are you absolutely sure about that? Or did you, in fact, lose them tonight, during the crime?
Of course not.
Perhaps you accidentally dropped them while you were committing the crime. Layton with the home run. That's so funny. Maybe you dropped them when you were murdering those guys.
You're right, I did do that.
Then, as you were attempting to make your escape, you noticed they were gone. Therefore, you made yourself reappear in order to search for your missing glasses.
No!
Objection!
How absurd. Such baseless conjecture. Oh, that's baseless conjecture. What you propose is fundamentally flawed. Oh, how so? What do you mean? Let us assume, hypothetically, that the witch did in fact drop this evidence. That does not explain what purpose it would serve for her to make herself reappear. It would still make more sense for her to escape under cover of darkness.
Objection.
Objection. Unfortunately, Inquisitor Barnum, such a plan was simply not possible. What? Mr. Wright, do you understand what I'm suggesting? Yes. He means that the reason Miss Kira made herself reappear at the crime scene. Okay, this is it. Defender, enlighten us. Why did the witness feel the need to make herself reappear? Someone found her glasses? No, they would have said that. She couldn't find her glasses, she broke her glasses. She couldn't find them. The answer is simple, Your Honor. She couldn't find her glasses. She could not find them. If you've noticed, she's still not wearing her glasses right now.
Objection.
Hold on a moment, Sir Blue Knight. What does that have to do with anything?
But that's right, it doesn't change a single thing.
Objection.
That's where you're wrong. In fact, it changes things quite a bit. Tonight, the two victims were engulfed in flames courtesy of a magic spell. That very instant, 4 witnesses saw the flames erupt at the scene. It was at that point that something you didn't expect occurred. You suddenly lost your glasses. That's right. You were scared that if your glasses were discovered at the scene of the crime, you would be suspected of being a witch.
Objection.
What foolishness! Even if her glasses were found. She could simply have explained that she dropped them there days before this crime happened.
Objection.
I'm afraid that is not a possibility, Inquisitor Barnum. What did you say? If you recall, it had been raining quite heavily at the crime scene beforehand. Had she stated that she dropped her glasses before the crime, then naturally, one would expect the glasses to be soaked in water and covered in mud. However, the rain had already stopped at the time the crime itself was committed. In other words, one look at the pair of clean, dry glasses would reveal she had dropped them later, thus implicating her as a witch.
No!
I should have known I was perfecting my rainfall rending technique in the forest. And not once in the rainfall did I see that flower maiden traveling along the nearby path. That's not all. In order to frame Miss Cantabella as the witch, you needed to leave this witch's scepter behind at the crime scene. I see. That would be the most definitive evidence that she is the witch. The objective here was to have somebody else discover the staff at the scene. Alas, that person was I. However, no doubt you came to realize that one can deduce which spells were used simply by examining the magic gems on the scepter. In this case, one can see that the witch must have used Demir to vanish from sight and make her escape. That's why, Miss Kira, you were left with no option but to reappear at the crime scene. That was the only way for you to avoid suspicion if someone were to discover your glasses at the crime scene. By reappearing, you'd be able to explain that you simply dropped your glasses when you rushed to see what had happened. What do you have to say about that, Miss Kira? Come on, Kira.
You know, I've let you both ramble on and on, but playtime is over.
Oh.
So that's it, then? I'm a witch because I dropped my glasses? I
Yeah.
must have said it how many times now? I lost my glasses days ago. Were you even listening? I'll say it again. Over 1,000,000 times! I lost my glasses! I lost my glasses! Do you like evidence, Sir Defender? Do you love
Oh my
proof,
God.
Sir Top Hat? Then prove I dropped my glasses at the crime scene. You can't prove it. In other words, You lose.
Oh my god. On and on and on. Xenoblade reference. Your Honor, she's clearly suspicious. Well, she told you. She told me. She got us. We lost. Lock us up. That is correct. Proving such a thing would indeed be impossible. Okay. She's still clearly suspicious and clearly the witch. To prove that the witness dropped her glasses at the crime scene. What say you, Inquisitor Barnum? It is indeed a question of proof, my lord. These glasses have been missing from the very beginning. The Knights of the Inquisition found no trace of these glasses anywhere near the crime scene. Oh. So, did they... Did they fall in the milk bucket? The wolves took them! Those damn wolves! Always taken my milk bucket and my glasses. Therefore, this witness cannot in any way be accused of being a witch.
You heard the man. But we were so close. That girl is a witch. Can't anyone else see that? What should we do, Professor? Oh.
He knows. Layton, if you know, then you do it. You do all the proving. Well, it would seem the young lady has finished what she had to say. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Wright? Oh, he knows too! They both know! Oh. Mind cluing me in, fellas? I only have guesses. Yes, it certainly looks that way, Mr. Layton.
What's with that face? Did you find something funny here?
You were the one that was just breaking down laughing a minute ago. It is as you said, Inquisitor Bottom. Wolves be stealing buckets and glasses and wallets. Fun fact, ooh. Explain. The defense raises just one further question. Why were you unable to find those glasses?
What do you mean?
You must have searched the area quite thoroughly looking for them. Yet even now the knights have been unable to locate the glasses. Did you ever wonder why? Yes, that has become quite the mystery. Surely they must be around somewhere. The glasses were... The glasses were lost to the wolves! Let's go! I don't remember if this was explicitly stated, but the art book has the original design for Kira and is later used as the basis for another witness, Venus. Oh! That's cool! The glasses were lost to the wolves. That is the only explanation. Those damn wolves! There is still one remaining place they've not searched tonight. Oh my god, is it actually the milk bucket? I was kinda joking. Huh? What did you say? The glasses were supposedly not found at the crime scene, leaving only one other possible place. What is this? You two. Have at you, Sir Blue Knight. Draw your blade and reveal to the court where the glasses are supposedly hiding. Oh my god, I was joking. It looks like I've somehow managed to make it through my first witch trial. First witch trial, so he's anticipating he's gonna be doing more. Cool. If it all comes down to this, the final piece of evidence. Time to clear up this case once and for all. I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Wright. Thanks, buddy. Bestie. A piece of evidence pointing to the one place not searched tonight is the milk bucket! Well, he knows how the game works. Tonight, there was one thing that was carried away from the crime scene right under everyone's noses. Maya's gonna get accused at some point.
Carried away?
I'm speaking, of course, about this. That's the milk bucket that disappeared from the crime scene. Thus far, the defense's claim that the glasses were dropped at the crime scene has been regarded as mere speculation. However, If, Miss Kira, we find your glasses within the contents of this milk bucket, then our mere speculations will suddenly become fact. What manner of witchery?
What are you talking about? You're crazy, just crazy. No way could my glasses be inside that stupid bucket. That's just impossible.
That milk has gotta be rank by now, right? How about we quit with the speculation and actually find out? What do you say, Inquisitor Barnum?
That'll just waste the court's time. Don't listen to them.
It'll take 5 seconds. Literally 5 seconds. Just reach your hand in. Do you feel something? Grab it. 'Tis mandated that the Knights of the Inquisition investigate any and all possibilities during the course of a trial. My lord, the Inquisition requests that this milk bucket be searched immediately. Very well. The judge just reaches his hand in. Ew. Oh. What? What? Miss Kira. As you can see, your glasses have been found inside the milk bucket. The judge has to, otherwise Phoenix will be accused of planting them. Yeah. The truth is out. Nothing you say can change that now. Which leads us to the next question. Specifically a question of when. When did you drop your glasses into the milk bucket? What?
Why is this happening? This whole thing is ridiculous. The answer is obvious, isn't it? I dropped them afterwards.
After I ran over to see the fire. No.
I took a tiny peek inside that milk bucket. That's when they fell in.
No.
Objection!
Don't be stupid, child. Snowy and I were at the scene first. We made sure to take that milk bucket before anyone else could get their grubby little hands on it. We weren't going to let a single soul get anywhere near that sweet, creamy bucket of deliciousness. You can bet my farm on it.
One sec. Each of these 4 witnesses has stated that they heard the spell Ignace being cast at the time of the incident. According to the Grand Grimoire, Ignace summons a circle of flame within 1 meter radius of the caster. In other words, the real witch must have been at Miss Cantabella's side at the time of the incident. Indeed, that is when the glasses fell into the milk bucket. Therefore, there's only one logical conclusion. Only one person who could be the true witch.
Miss Kira, you are the real witch.
Yeah! Breakdown! Nice. Oh my god! Oh my god! Are we gonna watch her get dropped in the fire? Ripped all those flowers. She was eating them anyway. What a very strange trial this has been. From the very beginning, we have all paid witness to a most unusual set of circumstances. A baker turned defender, a surprise extra witness, And now a not guilty verdict for the accused. But what was her motive? She just wanted to kill those guys for fun? Never have I seen such a spectacle. Kira did in fact see Espella at the Devil's Sacrament. And yeah, they sentence people immediately.
Is this really happening? The girl inside the cage, you mean she's the real witch? But what about that Espella Cantabella girl?
Miss Kira,
Oh.
tell us why.
Yes, thank you. I want to know why.
Why were you trying to frame Miss Cantabella?
I was more like, why she killed those guys, but sure, the framing too.
You could easily have escaped the crime scene without a trace. There was no reason to frame anyone. This crime was a result of nothing but your overwhelming ill intent.
Ooh.
To frame a person as a witch is to condemn that person to death by fire. Surely you must know this.
Yeah,
Why Espella Cantabella?
clearly she does not mind sentencing people to death by fire. Oh my god.
Do you have any idea what it feels like to be a witch?
Nope.
What it feels like.
I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for these powers, but I have them. And now here I am, begging for my life. I was living such a peaceful life until now. Selling flowers, getting scolded by my boss for not selling enough of them.
Her story changed to make her a witch?
That's why I was trying to put an end to these trials once and for all.
Huh.
Put an end to the trials.
That was clearly not very effective.
You all know what I mean? The one condition written in the story that will end these witch trials.
When the great witch Bezella has been put to the flames and vanquished from this world, these trials will come to an end.
Yeah, Great Witch Bezella, not Espella.
This was my chance to finally end all this. At least that's what I thought. The sun had begun to set on that lonely forest path, and there wasn't a soul in sight. I always carried my hidden Telea Magica with me in case of a moment like this. I used my magic to expose that girl for what she really is. If I had been successful, then all these trials would finally end, and I could go on living my peaceful life.
What are you saying? Am I hearing this correctly?
Am I hearing this correctly?
Are you actually accusing Espella Cantabella?
Why do you think no one has ever seen the legendary Great Witch? It's because she's been hidden in our midst the entire time. She's protected. She's hidden from us. It's all part of the story.
This song sounds a lot like the main theme of Xenoblade, which is called Shulk and Fiora.
Part of the story?
Objection! That's enough! Speak no more. A witch's existence cannot be justified.
No, please. I know you've all noticed it too. You could end this. All of this. That girl. It's all because of that girl. I beg you. Please. Please release me.
Yeah, we will. Into the flames of hell.
Of the court. Isn't it your duty to protect the people of this town? Give me another chance.
Burn the
That is
witch!
where you're wrong.
Our duty is to burn witches.
'Tis indeed a knight's duty to protect. We are impelled to protect the citizens of Labyrinthia against you and your ilk.
Oh.
The reason you
Ugh,
were offered my
I hate that.
protection until now was because your guilt was uncertain. There was the possibility that you were not a witch. The circumstances were such that it seemed another was guilty. That possibility has since disappeared, and your innocence along with it. You now find yourself at the other end of my sword.
Ooh. And this little number is basically the same tension building number in the original Phoenix Wright games with a real piano. Ooh.
Vile witch, enemy of Labyrinthia, may the fires purge you from this land.
Oh my god, they're going to burn her.
Hold it! Please, wait! Stop! Please, just stop this!
Spella!
If it means putting an end to these horrible trials...
No, Espella. No, Espella.
Let me take her place. Let
No.
me be Bezella. Send me to the flames.
No.
But please, if it would save her life...
Shut up.
This trial has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that this flower seller, Kira, is a witch. And according to the law, all those found to be witches will be executed.
Oh my god.
Did he say executed?
Phoenix.
Can't mean.
Phoenix, you knew this was going to happen.
This is most unsettling.
Bailiff, ready the fire.
Oh my god.
No!
No! Don't do this!
Listen to me! Don't let her fool you! Isabella is the Great Witch! Hear me! There's no time to waste! She's Bezella!
Oh, great.
Take her! And then these witch trials will be no more! The witch trials will end!
Oh my god. That's dark. I genuinely thought she was gonna break out somehow. Holy crap. So far, we've always managed to pull off a win and get a not guilty verdict, but not true. That's not true. There's an awkward zombie comic about this. So I don't have a lot of good things to say about this game. I'm neutral to negative in a lot of it, but the cutscenes are excellent. Winning has never felt this depressing. Oh, Espella. Are you alright?
Yes, I just want to thank all of you. You all came to my rescue yet again.
You didn't give us much of a choice. Well, yeah, of course we did.
Hold on a sec, Espella. What did you say just now? You all came to my rescue yet again? You don't mean... Yes, I remember everything. I remember the last trial. I suppose that makes this the second time we've met. And the second time all of you have helped me. Okay, then what was going on? Why were you weird and creepy? Mr. Wright, am I to infer that you and Espella have met before? Yeah, it seems that way. You too, Mr. Layton? Perhaps it would be best if we briefed each other on what has transpired. Oh! Phoenix! Then who am I? Okay, what should we discuss? Ooh! What happened in London? Espella paid us a visit in London. She had in her possession a letter from an old acquaintance of mine. Also, as a minor note, technically the main theme and Shulk and Fiora are slightly different instrumentation, same melody though, and the specific music cues I was thinking of are from the main theme version. I listened to both. Ah! Is that right? Mr. Occidente helped drive Espella straight out of Labyrinthia. Accidenti. You both kept me safe from the witches that were chasing me. Wait, did you say witches? So they appeared in London too?
Regrettably, I am unable to say that our protection was absolute. When we saw you last, it seemed that you managed to escape, courtesy of that passing freighter. I sent a link to the comic there. I think Twitch nuked that link. Oh.
Oh, that's right. What happened to you after that, Espella? I rowed the ship along the river for a while, before arriving at a nearby port. And then... that's when I met Mr. Wright and Maya.
Carmine Accidenti, the most Phoenix Wright name in the game so far that includes killer. Yes, thank you for the link. Ouch. Oh my god. More dead man, yeah. Okay, what should we discuss? What happened on the ship?
I didn't know where the ship would end up. I felt very lonely out there.
Please accept my sincerest apologies. I'm afraid there was nothing else I could do to prevent it.
No, please don't blame yourself, Mr. Layton. I just didn't know what to do, so I tried to look for something. Anything on the ship that might help me.
Boy, you sure found something, all right. Or rather, someone. You ran into a master thief working as a part of the ship's crew.
Yes, that's right.
Did you just say master thief? Crikey, that's amazing.
Or various names from Spirit of Justice. Yeah, the Spirit of Justice names were wild. I wouldn't exactly say it was amazing.
After that, I was taken to court, and that's when Mr. Wright helped me.
I see. Then perhaps, somewhere deep within your mind, there must have existed a memory of that previous trial, and of Mr. Wright. Hence why you thought to seek out his help when you found yourself in such an unfortunate situation this evening.
That makes sense. After all, Nick did make legal history that day in jolly old England. Did you say he made history? Wow, that's incredible, right, Professor?
I wouldn't exactly say I made history.
But then, after that, I was never able to find my way back to the Professor. Even after I went through the pains of finding that clue, it ended up being taken away from me.
We also have Robs and mugs, yeah. A clue, you say?
Yes, the tag that was hanging around the neck of that sweet little stuffed toy.
That tag was a clue? A clue for what? Okay, what should we discuss? Stuffed toys tag.
I had a lot of time to think while I was on that ship. I thought about a lot of things. Like how to try and find a way back once the ship arrived at its destination. Things like that.
Find a way back?
A way back to Mr. Layton and Luke. They were the ones I knew I could depend on to help me.
The pleasure was ours, Espella.
But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't remember the name of the town where they lived.
Oh, you mean London, Espella?
Oh, That's it, London. That's what was written in Carmine's letter to Mr. Layton. The blue teddy bear I found in that room
Teddy bear.
was wearing a tag around its neck.
Sorry, Spella, but PC Badger looks nothing like a teddy bear. Okay, let me see. I wasn't gonna say anything. Yeah, he looks like a jar.
On the tag, in a very small letters, was written London. I recognized the name of the town. I thought it might be an address. We need to look at the security cam footage again.
That's because that stuffed toy was used in a special promotion run by the London Metropolitan Police.
Oh, that's right. Bella, you must have known that address was super important, so that's why you kept the tag, right? That way you can meet up with Mr. Layton and Luke again. I just felt so lonely and helpless. I wonder, though, who do you think really did it? Hit Olivia over the head with a pipe, I mean.
What's this? Oh yeah, I guess we never did find out who the real culprit was. I do believe we may have some connection to the group of witches.
What? You mean the witches that were chasing us through London?
Indeed, it could be that they noticed your escape onto that ship and managed to infiltrate their own way aboard.
Could it be?
So, you're saying there was some big scary witch lurking around inside of that cargo hold?
I'm afraid there is a rather high possibility that was the case. It was PC Badger, he did it. No. Those witches were intent on seeing you brought back to Labyrinthia no matter what. However, in order to do so, they had to make certain you did not become entangled in any situation that may stall your capture. In other words, the situation with Miss Al Dente, you mean? Precisely. They must have knocked that crew member unconscious and attempted to recapture Spella before the police could arrive. However, the plan was clearly foiled, given that you ended up in court regardless. And that's when she became my client.
I just can't clearly remember anything that happened back then.
Do you think there's a possibility that someone was pulling Spella's strings through the entire trial?
Hey, maybe you're right. There was something a little strange about Espella at the time.
Mr. Wright, Espella was introduced to you at this time as a schoolgirl, is that correct? Yes. She would have had no knowledge of the world outside of Labyrinthia. That being the case, having her stand in an English courtroom, as she was, would pose a serious problem. Meaning that someone must have been attempting to cover up Espella's identity. I'm suspicious of Dark Law. Knows PC Badger, she's plucking at the memories.
What? But Professor, could someone really do that?
That they could indeed, Luke. And if it is as I suspect, I believe our adversaries may be far more powerful than we originally thought. Just exactly who or what are we dealing with here?
Hey guys, let's head back to the bakery for now. I bet the boss is waiting for us as one heck of a pastry feast.
So I gained my memory back. At what point during the trial did Maya gain hers back? Because she never really made a note. She just kind of accepted everything.
Oh. Actually, I can't go home just yet. Oh, you can't? Aw.
Well, there are still a couple of legal procedures to be taken care of before I can go home.
Oh, there's actual legal procedures?
Please, all of you go ahead without me.
Is that so? Very well.
I really must thank you all. Thank you so much for everything.
Alrighty then, Espella. We'll catch you later.
Yes. Farewell for now.
Mr. Wright, please allow me the pleasure of a proper introduction. My name is Professor Layton. I'm a professor of archaeology in London. A professor? Huh. Well, my name is Phoenix Wright. I'm an attorney. In case you're wondering, PC stands for Police Constable. As I suspected, you were no ordinary baker after all, Mr. Wright. Yeah, I thought it was pretty weird myself, to be honest. I mean, I really did believe I'd been a baker all my life. But the more everyone kept saying it, the less I was sure that it was actually true. Just where did that memory come from, anyway?
Hey, Professor, if Mr. Wright is an attorney, that must mean he's as smart as you, right?
No, Luke, don't be ridiculous. I carried him through that trial. I'm afraid I can't really say, Luke.
But... behind every ace attorney that...
Oh! She said the thing!
Behind every ace attorney, there's an even smarter, not to mention beautiful, witty, and utterly amazing ace assistant.
Hell yeah. The series would not be what it is without the assistants. I think you also forgot humble.
My name's Luke Triton. I'm the professor's apprentice. I'm Maya Fey. And Nick here is my apprentice. Isn't that right, Nicky boy?
Don't call me that. Nicky boy? Hey, wait, why am I your apprentice?
Anyway, we should all head back to the bakery. Let's all get a move on.
I'm sure Espella will be back before we know it. I would not get your hopes up about that, Sir Blue Knight. She's teaching him the crime channeling technique. Inquisitor Barnum. Hi! It's nice to see you, not a 3/4 point of view. Most impressive work tonight. 'Tis a shame you have kept such ability hidden until now.
Trust me, Nick's lawyer abilities beat the pants off his baking skills any day of the week. Okay.
Okay, moving on. What do you mean by that, Inquisitor? Why can't Espella go home? New charges. Oh my god. Espella! Can you go 5 minutes? 5 minutes! Channeling spirits would certainly be considered witchcraft here, yeah. Espella, this is worse than Maya. At least Maya breaks up getting accused between games, okay? Espella, it's been every 5 minutes. Every chapter, you've gotten into trouble. Obviously, I'm assuming it's the charges for her being the Great Witch, but it looks like I won't be needed as a defendant today. I'm assuming it's about her being the Great Witch, is my guess.
Oh, no way, that can't be right.
You have realized it, haven't you? She is being charged under suspicion of being the Great Witch Bezella. Yeah, I figured. Maya at least takes a break between crimes. She lets you rest, okay? So, she what? How can that be? Am I to assume that charge is based purely on Miss Kira's accusation? Yeah, pretty much. It was not I who made the decision. Huh? Who was it? Regardless, the girl will return to court at the appointed time for further trial. Until then, I'm to seek out any and all evidence pertaining to the Great Witch. Pardon me, Inquisitor. When exactly is this appointed time? In an hour. The investigation into this allegation will conclude on the day of the storyteller's next parade. That would be 2 weeks from today. Whoa! That's a lot of time. That's more time than we've ever got. Phoenix, we got this. 6 minutes from now. Following our investigation to the matter, the trial of the Great Witch shall proceed. What the... It would appear that the girl has been withholding a dark secret from you all. Espella Cantabella's questioning is set to begin shortly. That means visiting hours are over. I recommend you leave immediately. Espella? The legendary Great Witch Bezella? I don't hear the resemblance. 2 weeks is enough time to clean out the burning cage. The story that dictates the fate of an entire town, and now a so-called Great Witch named Bezella. Most intriguing. It would seem to be up to us to uncover the answers to these mysteries. But how are we supposed to manage it all in 2 weeks? Where are we going to find any evidence?
You know,
Phoenix, I know Phoenix Wright is not complaining about having 2 weeks. That is the most time you have ever gotten.
You know, I was thinking, how do you address a Great Witch? Hail to thee, O magnificent magical one. Or maybe just,
what's up, witchy baby? I think I've seen this dialogue somewhere. I think I've seen this screenshot. What's up, witchy baby? Oh, Maya. Maya, I adore you. What difference would it make? She's called a Great Witch. That's not someone I'd ever want to meet. I believe I've thought of a solution to our problem. It's actually rather simple. Professor Layton? Allow me to explain, Mr. Wright. The only way we may be able to solve the mysteries of this town and its residents is if we join forces. What's crack-a-lackin', homie? Did she just say, what's up, witchy baby? Only a witch would say that. Take her in. He's right. They've come this far. There's no way we're just gonna give up on Espella. Okay, I'm on board. I look forward to teaming up with you, Professor.
Me too, Luke. Me too, Maya.
Aw. Now then, shall we press on? This marks the beginning of our own story, one dictated by ourselves and written by our own hands. Cute. To be continued. Cute. There's... cute. Save. Save. Save button. Save. 250 p... 354! Oh my god! 500 picarets. No, it's the end of Act 1. 1440 picarets. Yes, I want to save. Oh my god. It's been a while since we saved. Alright, let's see this intro. Chapter 3! The Great Witch. Congratulations on keeping up your credibility. Thank you. I do my best. The Great Witch Bezella. The legendary witch from ancient times. She's the source of all evil and the one who gives rise to all other witches. As long as the Great Witch Bezella is alive, there will always be witches in Labyrinthia. Apparently, that is the commonly held belief. Ah, cute! Therefore, if Bezella were to be put to the fire, there would be no further need for these trials. In other words, no Bezella, no witches, right? How does that all implicate Espella?
By the way, Professor, you seem to know a lot about all this. The Professor and I discovered a mural of the Great Witch in a room below the library. It looked like it was painted a long time ago, that's for sure.
You mean like a wall painting of Bezella? Indeed, there were some historical remains hidden beneath the library. We found it there. At any rate, I'd very much like to go investigate Bezella in greater detail. I'm afraid my knowledge extends no further than the legend known to the townspeople.
In that case, I guess we have no choice but to ask Espella. Maybe she could tell us why she's accused of being Bezella.
Probably, I'm guessing the names. Well, yeah, but didn't they just tell us we can't see her for a while?
Come on, we never let that stop us before.
Oh, and that, Maya, is how we always end up in all sorts of trouble.
Well, fine, just leave it to me. It's nothing that a little sweet talking can't fix.
Maya, I'm not so sure that's a good idea. She admitted to it just before the cutscene. True, yeah.
Hey, look, pal, we need to see Espella. It's a matter of life or death. Life and death.
I'm not sure I would qualify that as sweet talk, but rather more of a full-on assault. Did you not hear what Inquisitor Barnum said? Espella Cantabella is currently undergoing questioning, and while that's taking place— oh.
Can't you do something?
Keep it down, will you? Orders are orders. No matter how many times you ask, the answer will still be no. Now be on your way, will you? Go on, go. Maya channeling the sweetest person she knows. Gumshoe. Gumshoe's dead.
Access denied.
That much is obvious, Maya.
I can't believe Mr. Barnum took Espella into custody just because of that outburst. Just because she said, I'm the Great Witch and all that. They believed her. That's nuts.
That reminds me. Something Inquisitor Barnum said has been bothering me. It was not I who made the decision. I believe that's how he put it. Yeah, that's right. So in other words, there's someone of higher authority than Inquisitor Barnum, huh?
That's it. We'll just go and ask that person instead. But who in Labyrinthia could have more authority than Inquisitor Barnum?
Storyteller?
Well, I know how to find out. Let's ask around, Luke.
Oh wait, they're still— Not you again! You don't give up, do you? Like I said before, you cannot see—
It's not Espella. There's someone else we'd like to see. That's right. We'd like you to take us to see the person ranked above Inquisitor Barnum.
Above Inquisitor Barnum? You're not telling me that you want to see the High Inquisitor? Is it Darklaw?
So they're called the High Inquisitor, then?
What's this? Are you seriously suggesting that you don't even know of High Inquisitor Darklaw? Okay, yep. Called that. I was wondering when she was going to come back into play. High Inquisitor Darklaw?
That's weird. I can't help but feel I've heard that name somewhere before.
I'm sorry, but could you tell us where we can find that person? But please, do me a favor, don't ask. She's not the sort of person you could just drop in and see, believe me.
But there's something of importance we wish to discuss with her.
You people really are fearless. But don't say I didn't warn you. To meet High Inquisitor Darklaw, you must go to the Inquisitor's Hall. Just be careful not to upset her. We understand. Thank you for your assistance.
Is the High Inquisitor really so fearsome?
Of course not. Not our High Inquisitor. She's wonderful, beautiful, intelligent, just a little strict. You don't have to go mentioning what I said about upsetting her, understood?
Don't worry. You can rely on us. High Inquisitor. That title sounds really high up on the food chain, doesn't it? Apparently, if we go to the Inquisitor's Hall, we can see her there.
Well, we won't achieve anything standing here. Let's go see her. Cool. Give me my menu. Thank you. I mean, I know she signed it and there was a notary. It was signed in blood and there was 15 witnesses to her signing it. It does not mean that the confession was genuine. We can't see your face and don't know your name, so don't worry about implicating you. Well, people, it's been almost a 3-hour-long stream. Ooh, that's like the longest stream I've done in a little bit. But also, I was waiting for the end screen, but this is the main Xenoblade theme if you want to hear it, what I was hearing. It's when the piano comes in. Oh, wait, let's listen to that on this end screen. Oops. Wrong one. Let me turn down my game. Oh. Well, this will be our goodbye music for today. Thank you all very much for joining me. Thank you for being here. It was such a pleasure having you guys join me. I'll be back again soon. Not sure when. Sometime. Monday, Tuesday, Sunday. Not sure. We'll see. Thank you guys for being here. Xenoblade is one of my favorite game series of all time. I love all 4 games in it. That's awesome. I need to play Xenoblade someday. But yeah, they are insanely long. Thank you guys for being here. I'll be back again soon. And I'll catch you next time. My cat says hi. Hello! Hello! Hello, kitty. Thank you guys for being here. See you guys later. Goodbye!